everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my paycheck budget. I do this every time I get paid. So if you guys are interested to see how I'm breaking down my budget using the 80-20 method, then keep on watching. So this 80-20 method or rule that I have been sharing for a few weeks now, I want to say, this has been a game changer for our budget. And I talked to my husband and we were trying to figure out what is the best way and what is a simple way for us to really break down our budget so that it is realistic. And that's one of the key things that if you take away anything at all from this video is that you have to make a budget that is true to what your spending is. My budget is not going to be the same as yours, so don't try to mirror what I am writing in. Do whatever makes sense for you and your household. That's what I say in almost all of my videos, and I truly believe that to be a fact and that to be a game changer for your budget. So do something that is realistic. So what is this 80-20 method or rule? We have been trying to figure out how we can live off of less than what we make. And that is really the goal so that you can pay off debt. And our goal is to pay off debt. We still have one credit card with roughly $6,000, probably a little bit over $6,000. I don't have my numbers in front of me, but we have that as our only debt, and I want that gone. I want it gone. And so we're trying to figure out what is the best way. And I know that Jordan Page, she talks about living off of 70% of your income and that to be your goal. And that's really where we strive to be, but sometimes that is not realistic for us. So the thing with us is that we want to live off of 80%, and that's more realistic and more true. So that's kind of where the whole 80% goes to live off of. So anything that is being paid out, so your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, any of your spending can be under that umbrella of the 80%, what you're going to be putting aside for those bills and different expenses. Now the other 20%, you can split it half and half, which is what we do. So we tithe, and we tithe 10% of what our income is. And then the other 10%, we can either choose to apply that towards savings, or you can put it all towards paying off debt. Sorry if you heard the door. My husband just left the house. So you can choose how you want to handle that percentage. But again, the true goal is to live off of 70%. And I'm going to show you what this particular budget looks like with living off of 70% instead of 80 and what that means. I'm going to go ahead and fill in all of my numbers so you guys can see how this is going to work out. So payday, today is the 31st. So I get paid, this is from my paycheck. I get paid twice a month by monthly, on the 15th and on the last day, and my husband gets paid bi-weekly. So this is from my pay. And the beginning balance, this is the available balance that we have in our account. So this is money that we have not yet spent for gas or for anything that we had planned on to pay from our checking account, is $46.49. So this dollar amount is with the funds that we set aside, is what I say with our bill tracker. And I'll get into that in just a bit in case you are not following me. But this is with all of my bills deducted. We still hadn't spent $46.49, and this was really for gas. Now the paycheck, I did get a bonus for this pay, so it is $14.29.69. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add up these two together. 46.49 plus 14.29.69. 14.76.18. That is the total income that we are going to figure out how to break down. This income right here, I'm just going to put a little star. This paycheck, that is really where I'm working my 80% rule. Or in this particular case, since I got the bonus, we're gonna try to live off of 70% and see how that looks like. So I know I do the 80%, but like I said, for this paycheck, since we got more, we're gonna aim for 70% and see what that is. So 70% of 1429.69. So I'm gonna say times 0.7. In your case, you will do 0.8 if it's more realistic for you to do the 80%. That's what I have done in my past paychecks. So I'm only doing 70% because I got a higher commission in this pay. So I just want to really make that clear. So 70% is $1,000.78. So now the remaining 30% is going to be split up like so, right? So I'm just going to split it up in 10% just to make it easy to follow. So 10% is towards my tithe. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 10%. This is something that's automatic. We always will do this in tithe. So this is based off of this number. Again, we're just looking at the paycheck. I'm not looking at this number down here. Not just yet. So the 1429.69 times 0.1 is $142.90 something cents, but I'm just going to round it up to 143. Okay, so all of this is going to be 143 to complete that 1429.69. Do you follow me? If you do, give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible. So this is kind of how the breakdown is. So the first item, which is 70%, is for expenses, so anything going out. The other 10% is for tithe. The next 20%, we are going to split this up into savings and also towards our debt. One of the 10% is going to be to save, and the other one will be an extra debt payment. So that is the goal. This is the formula that I'm going to be using to break down my budget. And what's nice about this is that it works for anyone who is working on their financial goals. You can use the percentages and it really makes an impact on your budget when you're breaking it down. So 10%, as we already calculated, is $143. So that is the total for giving, $143. Now I'm going to pull out this bill tracker, which is something that has been so helpful for us when we have been figuring out our budget. So I literally just go down this line that I've already calculated and find out how much we are going to be setting aside, meaning I'm going to leave it and not touch it in my bank account because all of these get auto debited from my account. So I set it aside in my bank account, meaning I don't touch it for these specific amounts. And I do this by deducting it from my checkbook register, and it shows me what my available balance is for gas and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in so that you can see exactly what I'm writing and how I'm checking this off. The first item of the expenses is going to be my mortgage, which if you can see here, I kind of wrote it kind of ugly, but it's $368.33. So that goes on the first line, $368.33. And then I'm just going to go ahead and check this off. The next item is the HOA, which gets $12.75. So it's highlighted in yellow because that's completed my January budget for my HOA for the entire month. So I've completed that. That's why it's highlighted in yellow. The next item is my internet, which gets $34.99. ADT is the other one, which gets $29.21. Water is $22.43. So that's done. Car insurance gets $42.55. My phone gets $24.04. And then right down here, I have wrote this in my erasable gel pen. I had just put a number, $100 for February's bill because I don't know what my actual bill is. So we're just kind of estimating a little bit higher. So for this pay, breaking it down by 4, we're just putting aside $25 for my electric, which gets $25. So this is everything for this particular pay of what we are going to set aside for all of our expenses. So now is the time when we find out, well, is there any variable expenses that we have to set aside for? So for us, it's pretty much just gas that we leave in our bank account. Another item is our SunPass too, but last pay, I did put $30 in that, so we are covered this week and we don't need to load that. So I'm just gonna budget for gas here. And for this, I am putting $140 set aside for gas. And this is between me and my husband. I noticed that my husband, he's been traveling, he's been commuting farther for work and has been filling up his gas tank a few times a week, and we just want to have a good cushion for the gas so that we know that we'll be able to fill our gas tank if we get low, and I just want to be safe with that. So that's why it's a little higher than what it normally is, but again, your budget may change as your life changes and as different seasons come about. So just keep that in mind and don't feel so stressed when you're writing out your budget. A budget is not to confine you, but it gives you permission to spend in specific areas when your life changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add up all of this and see where we're at, all right? So I don't know if you guys can see that, but the total expenses is $699.30. So now let's find out what we are left with. So we're gonna take the $1,476.18, which is this total income, and we're going to subtract $143, and then we're also going to subtract the total expenses, $699.30. So that leaves us with $633.88 still left to budget for. So now let me go ahead and bring this back out so you all can see what our number was of what we should be living off of. If we're going to go with the 70%, we are going to set aside, or the goal is to only have $1,000 towards expenses and any of our spending. 10%, which we've already taken care of, it goes to tithe, and then the 20% will go to savings or to debt. But again, living off of 80%, this would probably give us $1,100. But our goal, the major goal that we have, is to pay off debt. We just want to get rid of it. So that's why, because I got that commission, we're lowering that percentage to 70 from the 80%. And it still gives us enough. So this is what we're doing. We're going to take that 70% number, which is the $1,000.78, and we're going to subtract this total expense number, this amount, so $699.30. So that leaves us still with $301 to put into cash envelopes. That is a good amount. That is perfect. We are fine to have groceries and all of the things that we have our goals for. Plus, we also get to save money. Now, keep in mind, my budget, again, is not gonna mirror yours, right? We all have different expenses. We all have different incomes. I'm just showing you guys an example of how you could live off of 80% or also 70% if you do make a little higher income at one point. I think I got a question about that in one of my comments from a previous video, asking me, well, what if your income is like $5,000? Are you really going to live off of 80%? No, lower that number so that you can reach your goals. If you make such high income and your expenses are low, then put it towards retirement, start saving for your future, put it to a vacation for you to pay cash for those items. So lower your expectations of your expenses if you make more money than what you spend out, which is wonderful. Again, this can change for you, and it can also change for me depending upon what season I am in and what season you're in. So $301 is what we are going to plan out for these different cash envelopes. So I have a few envelopes that I am going to be filling for this time. One of them, which is a priority, is my food, my groceries. And groceries, I've said this many times. This is from Jordan Page system. This is what she teaches, and it's to set aside $100 per person in your household starting at $300. And so since there's just my husband and I, we set aside $300 for groceries. But she does mention that that's all consumable items. That does not work for us and it's perfectly fine. I don't want to be restricted and be told like how I'm supposed to be spending my money. So my husband and I had the conversation many times when we do our budget meetings and we talk about this, and $75 a week is great for us. Like we can do food, we can plan our meals, and we can live on $75 for the week. And you're only planning for 6 days because it's only leading up to the next time you get paid, and then you do another grocery shopping trip. I think that you save more money doing it that way than if you just do like a big old grocery haul, because food can go to waste, and it's just, that's what used to happen to us all the time when we didn't plan. So we do have a home envelope where we buy our laundry detergents when we have to, and you know, your paper goods and all of that for your toiletries. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and write in all of the envelopes that we're going to be stuffing from this paycheck. All right, so I filled in all of them, and I did end up going over by 1. So I just crossed this out and I'll write in my total over here, but I'm perfectly fine with that. You guys can follow along, and this is my budget. So anniversary is going to be getting $10. So I have my $301 number here. So we've already put money to be paid for our groceries, so I'm gonna deduct that, and then now we've taken $10, so I'm deducting that as well. Car maintenance is getting $20. Christmas is getting $27. Date night is getting $25. Gifts is getting $20. Home is getting $10. Medical is getting $25. Pet, so this is for their food, is getting $45. Spending is getting $20. Toiletries is getting $10. And then vacation is getting $10. So that leaves us still with $4.48 left to budget for, but I'm fine with just putting that towards savings or towards debt. So let's add up all of this to get our total. So I'm going to write in total over here since I filled all of that up. So let's go ahead and add this up. All right, $297 is the total for our cash envelopes. So taking the $633.88 and we're subtracting that $297, that leaves us with $336.88 left to divide it into the two categories here, savings and debt. So as I said here, savings, the goal was to put $143. So let's just see what that would leave us to pay towards debt. We're left with $336.88, and we're going to subtract $143. $193.88 is what we are going to pay towards our debt. I am so excited. I feel like we are now going to finally make a dent on our debt. So for debt, we are going to put it towards our credit card because that is our only debt. And I'm going to pay $193.88 because the goal is also to be on a zero-based budget. So every dollar is to be at zero. All right? So that is how I am breaking down this paycheck budget using the percentage rule, specifically living off of 70% of my income. So now let's figure out what our cash denominations are. The tithe was $143, so we're doing 100, 2 20s, 2, 3, and 3 singles. Groceries is 75, so 50, 70, and a 5. A $10 for anniversary, a 20 for car maintenance, 25, 6 and 7, 25, another 20, $10. Medical gets 25, so we're doing 20 and a 5. Pet gets 45, so 20, oh gosh, 20, 45. Spending gets 20, toiletries gets 10, and then vacation gets 10. So let's see. We have 100, 150, 10, 11 20s, 4 10s, 5 5s, and 5 singles. So now that we have this all figured out, we're gonna go ahead and stuff the cash envelopes. All right, so we needed one $100 bill, 150. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5s. And lastly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. So we have our cash, we have our envelopes, let's get to stuffing. I have my envelopes in my wallet, and then also in this little folio here that I got from Budgeting with Ashley's Etsy shop. All of the information about what I use is in the description box down below, so feel free to check it out. And you may, before you comment, you can go ahead and just check that out first. If you don't see something there or a link is not working, then go ahead and leave a comment and let me know that. So first item that we're going to be stuffing is my tithe. So I have that in this envelope here. Let me move this aside. And that is getting 100, 1, 20, 40, 1, 2, 3. So $143 is going in that one. And then we're gonna move on to these cash envelopes, which some of them are in my wallet and then some of them are in the other folio that I have. First item is the grocery, which is this first one right here. And that is getting $75. All right. And a grocery haul is coming soon. I actually have to place a Walmart grocery pickup order. So the one thing I have to say about these envelopes is that this bottom gets like really tight and it's hard to put the bills in. So you have to make sure that they're like stretched out so that your bills can fit. That's the only thing I have to say after using this for some time, but I do like the whole concept and I like the wallet system. So yeah, I do have to place a order on the Walmart grocery pickup. So a haul will be coming soon so you can see how we live off of $75. Now next is the the anniversary. So that's this right here. And I have my tracker, so 130. We are adding $10 into here, which brings our total to $68 for our anniversary. Our anniversary is not until September, so we still have time to build this and just figure out exactly what we want to do. I don't really know what we want to do. So that is done. The next item is car maintenance, which is right here, and that's getting $20. So 85, I think it's 105. Let's just add. Let's count all of these to make sure. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105. Okay, so that's good. All right, the next item is Christmas, which is right here, and that's getting $27. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that on here. 27, let's do 91 plus 27. So we have $118 already set aside for Christmas this year. I don't think I've ever been this prepared for Christmas. Like, we're in January. We already have $118 for getting gifts, which is, it's just crazy to me. So let's add all this up. So we got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. To make this envelope a little bit less, I'm going to go ahead and just consolidate these for a $100 bill that I had in my giving envelope. So there's our 118, and then here's the funds. For giving again. So we had 143 for giving. 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3. Just wanted to make sure that we were okay. This I'm going to bring Sunday to church, so that's why I decided to just go ahead and do that. So Christmas is already set. Next item is date night, and I have that tucked away in here. Date night right here. Date night is getting $25. So based on this, I should have 45 in here. So 25. Okay. Yep, that looks good. And gifts is getting 20. Gifts is in here. Sorry, I keep bringing back the wallet and these, but it's just how my setup is working right now. Gifts is getting $20. Okay, so right now we have $30. And so I think many of you might be asking, well, Lizzie, what do you guys do for Valentine's Day? I don't see like holiday envelopes besides your gifts. Like, what is the plan? We don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I mean, we may just spend time with each other, but we don't plan to like purchase big gifts for that. We focus more on birthdays and such, just having experiences. So we do have to start planning for birthdays, but that is coming up soon. Home is getting $10, so I think the rest may be in here. So home gets $10. Medical is getting $25. I think it's 60. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60. Okay. Pet is getting $45, and this is going to last me for the entire month. That's why my pet for this particular paycheck is more than medical. I think I got a comment about that in the past, so that is why. So there's currently $8 in here plus 45, $53. 45. Let's get all the ones facing the right direction. Let's see if $53 is correct. 20, 40, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 51, 2, 3. Perfect. All right, spending is getting $20. All right, so this says I should have 43. So we got 20, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, and 3. Toiletries is getting $10. All right, and last, $10 is going in my vacation envelope. So little by little, we have been putting money in this vacation envelope. Again, we're able to, and yeah, $10 may not seem like a lot, but right now we have $65 set aside in our savings, our vacation envelope And what we're going to be doing with this vacation envelope is we plan on doing like little getaways or little trips where we can go and explore Florida, because we've never done that before, and we've lived here now. It's over 2 years since we've lived here, and we've never explored Florida, and we really want to do that. Even if it's like a day trip, us going out and us just sightseeing different places and just really making it kind of like a vacation for us, because we live in Central Florida. It takes us maybe 2 hours to go to like Tampa, or a couple hours to go, I think, to St. Augustine. That's one of our goals. We want to go to St. Augustine and just explore that place. And we've heard so many wonderful things. So little goals, you're working those baby steps. You know, you're working to meeting those goals. Ours is traveling locally, right? And we have enough to make that budget for it. And we're making small sacrifices to reach those goals. The same is true for you. You just have to make a plan and stick to it. So I really hope that this encouraged you guys to get on a written budget, try out the 80% rule. If you make a little bit more in income, or like me, if you one time got a bonus, then lower that percentage to 70% and see what you can do and how you can work with your budget. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in a brand new video. Bye guys!